So if I had to pick my favorite detailing brand of 2025, it would have to be, what's going on y'all, Eric with Charleston Detail. And today we're gonna talk about detailing brands, a lot of them. And I've tested, reviewed, and used just about every major detailing brand in the industry. And by the end of this video, I'm gonna crown my top detailing brand of 2025. But before we get started, I wanted to say that over 80% of y'all that watch my videos are not subscribers. So if you enjoy detailing content, brand reviews, product breakdowns, and more, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously and helps me keep creating content for all of y'all. Now, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so up first we have Armour Detail Supply. And they're a relatively new brand that's made quite the impact in the detailing scene. In fact, they certainly are one of my favorites. I'd say probably one of the products that caught my eye first was their wheel cleaner. And I even have the 5 liter as well on my shelf because I use it that much. It's really one of the best all-around wheel cleaners, has thioglycolates that help remove iron, and a lot of good surfactants that do just a great cleaning job. So it's definitely one of my top products of 2025 for sure. Another product of theirs that I think is really fantastic is Pilot. It's their interior detailer. And so it's not necessarily a super intensive interior cleaner, but does work really well, provides some light cleaning, some UV protection, and just does a great job. In fact, I'm almost out. I need to order some more. But Armour Detail Supply has come out with a really good glass coating. In fact, where is that? Here we go. Their glass coating. In fact, I think it's probably one of the best and easiest to apply. Works super well, and it's my absolute favorite glass coating right now. So yeah, just a wide range of products, all the way from rinseless washes to citrus cleaners, great wheel and tire cleaners. Can't say enough good things about ADS. In fact, next week I'm going to SEMA. I'm super excited about it, and I'll be staying with the ADS crew. So definitely covering them, as well as all the other products and brands and everything that's coming to SEMA. So definitely stay tuned to that. I'll be vlogging out there, doing live streams. And if there's anything you want to see specifically, any products you want me to review, let me know in the comments. I would love to make sure I cover that for you. All right, and up next we have CarPro. And so for those of you that have been detailing any amount of time, you're definitely familiar with CarPro. They are a tremendous brand that has great staples such as Dark Side, their pH neutral car shampoo, Reset. They also have a really good acidic shampoo, Descale. I mean, the list goes on and on. Pearl is their water-based trim dressing, tire dressing, engine bay dressing, can even be used on the interior. They also have a really great iron removing product, Iron X. Of course, smells awful, but so do all of them that have these thioglycolates, right? All right, y'all, up next we have Garage Therapy. And they're a tremendous UK brand that I was first introduced to last year by my friend Geeky Detail Reviews, and was really quite blown away. You know, at that time, you couldn't actually get them in the US. You now can get Garage Therapy at the House of Rags, but before that, they didn't have a US distributor. So we were out of luck over here, and I'd heard how amazing they were. First off, their Zero Decon shampoo. This is a powerhouse and super versatile. Most of their products can be used a lot of different ways. This is a higher alkaline product and works great as a pre-foam as well. You can pair that with just their regular, where are we? Just their regular car shampoo. This is their pH neutral shampoo. Works really well. But two of my absolute favorites that they have are, first off, their tire serum. And y'all, this is the best tire dressing. I absolutely love it. It gives your tire just a phenomenal satin sheen, nothing overly glossy. Also has some great protection. So it's one of those that can kind of build on itself over time. But if you want the best tire dressing in the absolute world, it's this. All right, and another product I'm really excited about is their Dash Serum. And this is great at protecting your dashes. I have a matte dash in my 4Runner, and so keeping that protected without making it glossy or greasy looking it can be challenging, right? And so this achieves that. It gives you just the absolute perfect OEM finish, but it protects it. So I actually just discovered this a couple months ago, and I've really been pleased with it. There's another product by G-Technic called Matte Dash, and that works really well too. Fairly comparable, but this is definitely my favorite dash protection product right now. Up next, we have another UK brand, and that is Yum Cars. And Yum Cars is a really great brand that we were unable to get in the US until about a year ago. I've been really impressed with this brand since I started trying them. Probably their my favorite products of theirs is their wheel system. So they have a great wheel cleaner, an even better tire cleaner called Undress, and then a great wheel foam. So this is kind of their three-step wheel system. Works really, really well. Their Undress, their tire cleaner, is on the top of tire cleaners. In my opinion, works really, really well. So definitely check out these. You won't be disappointed. Another great product of theirs is their interior cleaner. And this works super well. Admittedly, I was not crazy about the scent initially. It's a eucalyptus scent, but it has ironically grown on me a lot. But this cleaner works really well and definitely shouldn't be slept on. All right, so Yum Cars makes one of the absolute best acid-based washes on the market, and that's Reset. So this is a low pH acid-based wash. So it's for refreshing your ceramic coatings, demineralizing, getting rid of water spots and things like that. But yeah, they came out with this earlier this year, earlier in 2025, and it's definitely been one of my favorites so far. All right, last but not least, I wanted to talk about Yum Cars Detailer. And this is a great product because not only is it a great quick detailer or can be used as a drying aid, but my favorite thing about it is that it doesn't have protection in it. That's right, no protection. So, that can be great, and they have products like ceramic that does have protection in it. So, sometimes you want to be able to use a quick detailer, do touch-ups, and you don't want to add another layer of protection. And so that's where Detailer is perfect. All right, y'all, and up next we have one of the biggest detailing brands out there, Koch Chemie. And they are a German-based detailing brand that is definitely well known. They make a ton of products, and a lot of them are very top tier. In fact, one that I think most everyone knows is their Gentle Snow Foam. And this is their famous cherry scented pH neutral snow foam. Foams well, rinses well, cleans well. I mean, I can't say enough good stuff about that. And man, has a great cherry scent. They also have two other shampoos that I use often. And one is their limited edition shampoo, their Gentle Snow Foam Christmas, which this smells great. This smells even better. It smells like Christmas in a bottle. And works very well. It's a slightly higher pH, I think it's an 8 versus a 7. Still very pH neutral. If you do need a bit of boost, their active foam works well for that. All right, and Koch Chemie does have one of my favorite wheel cleaners, and that is their Magic Wheel Cleaner. It is a gel-based wheel cleaner, has thioglycolates, so great iron removing action, but it does clean well. I have a video where I tested this and a couple other products, and Magic Wheel Cleaner will actually remove the majority of the brake dust and debris really just by spraying it on and rinsing it off. Another product of theirs that I use very regularly is their SO03 Hydrofoam Sealant. And this is great. It is a super, super easy to apply sealant. You just simply foam it on with a foam cannon onto a wet vehicle, and it adds some great protection. Ton of hydrophobics, works really well, super easy to apply, and definitely should be checked out. All right, y'all, last but not least is a product that I love of theirs. It's Motorplast. And this is a water displacing engine bay dressing. It has some elasticity so it can move and bend with the rubber hosing, doesn't crack. Super easy to apply. You just apply it to a clean, wet engine bay, close the hood. You can go ahead and do the rest of your detail. And then when you come back afterwards, it looks amazing. You sometimes have to do a little bit of leveling, but other than that, it's good to go. All right, y'all, and up next we have Clean by Pan the Organizer. And this is a relatively newer brand. Pan came out with this line about a year ago in 2024. So since then, he's come out with several different releases and kind of added to the product line, but started out with some favorites like his shampoo and his ceramic spray sealant. So he also has two really great ceramic coatings. He has a 8-year and a 3-year. And I've actually not tried the 8-year, but I did recently apply the 3-year coating. You can find it in this video where I fully detailed a Raptor with nothing but Clean by Pan the Organizer. So I detailed the car and also ceramic coated it with his coating and was really impressed with the results. Super easy to apply. It flashes very obviously, so it's really easy to see and get it leveled. But his ceramic spray sealant also works very, very well. If you apply it to a dry vehicle, he says he can get up to about 6 months of protection, which is absolutely insane. Two of the newer products he came out with are his interior quick detailer and his quick detailer. So the interior quick detailer is for interiors. It does provide some light cleaning and a little bit of protection. So it's great for really a lot of surfaces, leather, plastic, vinyl. It's not great for Alcantara. In fact, I would avoid using anything that has protection in it for Alcantara. It will tend to stiffen the fabric over time. There is a brand that we'll talk about in a little bit that has the most amazing leather and fabric products. And yeah, stay tuned to that. We'll talk about that in just a second. All right, I said there was a brand that made incredible products for fabrics and leather, and that is UK brand Geist. These are really the best. If you're looking for high quality leather care, stuff for your interior, everything from leather and vinyl to Alcantara. Up first, I wanted to talk about their Rapid Leather and Vinyl Cleaner. And this is the best leather cleaner and vinyl cleaner out there. If I have a very, very nice vehicle, or if I'm taking care of my leather seats, this is the product that I want to use for it. And it's, like I said, great for leather and vinyl, but you don't want to use that for Alcantara. The product that's the best for that is their fabric cleaner and stain remover. And so, like I was saying earlier, a lot of these quick detailers out there offer protection, which is great for your vinyl and your leather and your dash and stuff like that. But you don't want that on Alcantara. It's going to stiffen the fibers over time, and this product won't do that. This product, like all products, you always want to test in an inconspicuous area and really just be safe. I always like to try to dilute things if necessary, more than I need to, and then you can always make it more powerful as you go. And speaking of powerful, that is their Rapid Leather and Vinyl Cleaner Pro. So if you have some super dirty leather or vinyl, this is the powerhouse. And this can be diluted a number of different ways, but if this isn't cutting it, the Rapid Leather and Vinyl Cleaner Pro definitely will. So Geist also makes a number of other products, from screen cleaners to friction blockers to also a great long-term leather and vinyl coating. But Geist is a tremendous brand. If you haven't checked them out before, if you haven't tried any of their products, I highly recommend it. And up next we have P&S. And they're a great brand that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. Up first, I wanted to talk about one of the items that really got me interested in P&S to begin with was their carpet system. And so this is a 3-step system: Terminator, Carpet Bomber, and their finisher. And so Terminator is an enzyme-based cleaner for carpet. So it allows you to tackle all those organic stains. Then you can follow it up with Carpet Bomber, a really great intensive cleaner, makes the carpet smell incredible. And then after your carpet's all clean, you can finish it up with their peroxide finisher. So this is great, and if you're serious about upholstery carpet cleaning, this is a must-have. Another product of theirs that first caught my eye was their Brake Buster. And this is actually a higher alkaline wheel and tire cleaner. It does not have thioglycolate, so it's not going to give you that bleeding or that iron removing action, but it does have some powerful surfactants, and it is a higher alkaline product, like I said. So it's pretty powerful, works well, and can be diluted a number of different ways. So P&S has products all the way from chemicals to different compounds and polishes. They actually came out with their Rehab series recently. A couple of new products that P&S came out with is their Vacuum Aid. And so it's called Release, and that's what it does. It really makes it easier to get pet hair and things like that out of the carpet, and really just does a tremendous job. I didn't know I needed a Vacuum Aid, but it actually works very, very well and definitely worth checking out. And another newer product from P&S is their Reflect Glass Finisher. And this is, like it says, it's a glass finisher. So after your glass is already clean, you can go back to that. On the outside of your glass, it adds a ton of hydrophobics and slickness. And on the inside glass, it's gonna help with fogging. So really, really cool product, works amazing, and definitely worth checking out. And last up, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite products from P&S. It's their Express Interior Cleaner. And y'all, this is a great interior cleaner. It's a tremendous value. It also has some good foaming action and smells amazing. It's pretty much my go-to for all my client vehicles for my interior cleaner, and you definitely should check it out if you haven't tried it. All right, y'all, it's the time you've been waiting for me to crown the top detailing brand of 2025. So as you know, I've tested a ton of detailing brands. I've showcased just a few of them here today, but there are a lot of brands out there today. And if I had to pick my favorite detailing brand of 2025, it would have to be, well, none of them. In fact, I don't think there's any one brand that does everything the best. I don't even think that's possible. There are definitely some brands out there that do a lot of things really, really well, but not one that does everything well. You have brands like P&S that have a tremendous range of products. They offer versatility, some more economic options as far as price point goes, and some really great upholstery products. You also have another brand that I absolutely love, Koch Chemie, and even still, I think they have some great car shampoos. I think they have some great niche products like Ulix and Gummy Fix, just to name a few. But once again, I don't feel like that they have everything. If I wanted to go for coatings, I would probably be looking at a brand like ADS, Armour Detail Supply. Their coating is incredible. Also, Pan the Organizer has a really great coating. So y'all, in 2025, at the time we're filming this video, there are a ton of detailing brands out there and a lot of really good ones. So, I think it's up to you to decide what you like the best, what works for you, and what you're wanting. Are you wanting a great Christmas smelling snow foam like Gentle Snow Foam Christmas from Koch Chemie? Or do you want an amazing tire and wheel cleaner combo like the ones from Yum Cars and Armour Detail Supply? So, I think the consumer really has more option than they've ever had, which could admittedly be confusing. So hopefully this helps some. And if you wanted to see all of these brands in greater detail, definitely make sure to check out my single brand detail playlist where you can see me showcasing all of these brands in their entirety. Now up next, I want to talk about something that's really important, and that's how to get an absolutely scratch-free finish when you're detailing and washing your vehicle. You can check that out in this video and make sure you subscribe.